Hey YouTube, this is Jim and Eggs coming to you today. I guess it's gonna be like a vlogging video. And this video, I think I'm gonna title it. Who knows, I may change my mind. But I wanted to talk about relationships, regardless if it's a friendship relationship or um, a relationship that's platonic, that's family, whatever type of relationship that it is. But based on relationship, I wanted to talk about conforming. And what I mean by that is that a lot of people um, miss the mark in relationships where they get so wrapped up in I have to make this person happy, or um, to instead of being content with themselves, they have to be with somebody else. They have to actually be with someone instead of being patient and remaining strong and not conforming to anything because they know them true selves. And I wanted to talk about this for a while, but you want to put so much of yourself out here on the internet. But I've been noticing that I needed to talk about it. I needed to really get this off my chest because, again, a lot of things that I go through, I see a lot of people here go through. And I'm just so frustrated right now. Like, I don't understand how sometimes this will be a lot of points, so it's going to be really random and I'll be all over the place. So please excuse me. But my first point is that regardless of what a person wants from you, regardless if they want they want their hand in marriage from you, or excuse me, your hand in marriage from them, or they want you to have their children, they want you to be their girlfriend, they want you to be their friend, regardless of what it is, if you don't feel as though you want that, or they offering anything that possibly you want, don't do it. Because deep down inside, you're going to resent yourself, and most importantly, you're going to resent that person. And that has happened to me where, for example, like, it's this guy I've known for years, and I love him so much, but I love him platonically. I love him like a brother. I love him as my best friend. But he loves me more than that. And he always loved me more than that. And throughout the years, I had other relationships. I've had other issues or problems, and I can go on relationship stuff about whatever. Because I mean, I've dated some men that you be like, wow, like, I've dated like very pretty boy. I've dated the thugs. I've dated the the most civil, the nice, sweet men. Um, so I've dated it all, and I haven't met that man yet that I can say that really have swept me off my feet, I guess you could say. But he's been through it all, and he see it as, oh, well, all these guys did you wrong. Why don't you give me a chance? And I'm like, hey, that sounds good. At one point in time in my life where I did want to give him that opportunity. But at that point in time, he didn't want me as I wanted him. Sorry, that's my phone. But anyway, and I don't regret that. Like, I'm sorry if I never gave him that opportunity again, because I realized that maybe at that point I was making a mistake. Because sometimes when you cross that thin line between best friends, sometimes it's not for the best. I've dated, I guess you could say, a best friend of mine where we grew up together, and the relationship didn't end it right. It wasn't on my fault, it was on his, but he felt so guilty afterwards, and I was so mad and resentful against him that we never rekindled that. So sometimes I think, you know, you really need to reevaluate, is this worth you actually going out here and wanting to pursue this person, if it's your best friend or not. So take that in consideration. I took that in consideration plenty of times, and obviously him and I are not together, and it's not on him. I mean, Lord knows I have tried, because my family, they adore him, they like him, they're like, oh, he's been around, he's done this and done that for you, and he fits right in with the family. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, because he's supposed to be my friend, he's supposed to be like my best male friend, and that's why I want to keep him. I want to keep him in that nice little box, but not everybody wants to put him in that box, and I really feel as though if I take him out that box and place him in another one, he's not going to appreciate nor like the person that he might see. And I might feel the same way with him. I don't think it's going to work. So that's the first key point. Don't conform for a relationship with somebody else just because they want you. If you don't feel that way, don't beat yourself up about it. I mean, you can smile, cry later. Don't worry about it now. Second thing that's been bothering me, relationships as far as friendships. Sometimes when you go through problems growing up with your friends, and especially females, I guess I can say this with females. We're going to take this example. You know, my mom used to always tell me, you are your own best friend. And I didn't understand the daggone thing she was talking about. I was like, Mom, you know, we were really good friends, blah, 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 blah. And I wouldn't say I had a lot of best friends. I mean, you grow up in different periods of time. You have best friends. But, to make this long story short, a lot of people have burned me. And no, I'm not talking about sexually. I'm talking about, burn my heart, put a burden on me, and made me carry it by myself, and made me feel as though I was the problem in the equation. In actuality, it was them. And, sometimes you miss that person, just like a relationship. You miss it so much, you don't know what to do without it. And then you're just like, oh, well, let me see if I can get it back. And, sometimes even you doing the Christian thing, you want to sit here and be like, oh, let me see how I can rekindle, and, make this frenemy my enemy, even if you want to say that. Let me make them my friend again. Some relationships, some friendships don't need to be rekindled, because, and I've learned this and I heard this repeatedly, some friendships, some people, I shall say, are there for seasons and for reasons. Just like the season change, the people in your life are going to change. And if they were there, they made their purpose, let them move on. You don't understand how many times I reached out to people and I'm just like, let me see how I can do better. I mean, one person, one good girlfriend burned me so bad. She was my best friend. Hurt me to tears, to even damn near depression, because I didn't understand, how can you just leave a person out there and don't feel no type of sympathy, don't feel no type of emotion. You just like, deuces. You can't leave people without closure. But anyway, so those are my two major points about friendship and relationships. Don't conform to other people and how they're feeling, and basically how they want to place you in whatever box. Lead your own path, make your own destiny, and choose who you're friends with. Make sure you're hanging around the right company, because sometimes some friends can change you.